Hello, World Civ 106 classes. This is the final week, and it's all final. We're going to be done. And I'm always a little bit sad at the end, to be honest. In any case, I've enjoyed having you all in my class and watching you learn, and it's been exciting. Before I say any last thoughts on that, though, I just want to kind of clarify the important information that you all want to know about this week. Some of you will be looking at your grades, especially those of you who've been turning in your work, and you're going to see that you have a lot of points. And you might be wondering whether or not you need to take the final. This is what I tell all students when it comes to this. In my class, I make you all work hard in terms of having a constant barrage of work for each week. And for those of you who are able to catch up, you see that you get a lot of points. And I don't put a heavy amount of weight on the exams because I think it's better that you're constantly engaged in the class than just kind of putting off everything to just concentrate on doing this one shot, nailing an exam, in which you're going to forget most things later, and then that's how the class works. I wanted you to actually learn. And so I set this up in the best way that I thought possible, and also what I'm allowed to do as a professor at this point in history. So I do not encourage students to not do work or exams, but I also don't take it personal. I also do not calculate all of this. I don't do the math. If you look at your grades and you feel very confident that you don't need to worry about doing the exam, then write to me and just say, Mr. Pollock, blah, 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 I'm not going to take the exam. I'll put in 0, and the grade will be what it is, okay? And so that's it. Now the extra credit portion that I have for you, I many times have this section incorporated into my classes. I'm just not given enough time, and there's just so much content to cover. So I feel this is a shame that we didn't even get to actually do this officially as a class to cover Mesoamerica and all the topics that are in the extra credit portion. So I'm more than happy to give what would be normally considered generous amount of extra credit, which is actually just the amount you would normally get for doing notes in a week. And I figure you get to still learn something more and very important, and that can be added into your grade. Okay, but as you see in the instructions, you have to do all the notes, and that includes 4 notes for the last documentary video and the final in order to get the extra credit. Okay, so that's that. I want to make that extra clear. And that's really all I need to say about that. I just want to say a few last words, so bear with me, and I won't take that much longer. In Icelandic, and I believe it comes from the Old Norse, there is a word for ignorant or stupid. Now, I don't like to use that word stupid, but you'll see why I'm bringing this up. And the word is heimsker. Heimsker. Heim sounds very familiar to English, right? Like home. Skur is a suffix. It means a person's from home. So the idea of calling somebody foolish, ignorant, or stupid, or something like that is to literally say that you're from home. Well, I kind of like this more as an explanation as opposed to an insult. We can be hyper intelligent people, but if we are confined to a limited area, or we limit our understanding, it makes sense that we're not going to have a very broad perspective outside of that narrow set of exposure we're getting. Some people, this isn't a choice, this is circumstances that we get stuck in. But others, there's a sort of self-imposed intellectual exile where you don't do that. And I like this idea, again, to let you all know that by default, you having this class, you are not Heimsker. You have got out of the home mentally and conceptually of maybe a comfort zone about the world that you've known, and you have seen many different civilizations. And it may make you appreciate more of your own civilization, which is totally fine. It may have you question aspects of your civilization, which I think is also fine. In any case, I hope that this turns out to be positive. There is an Arabic expression from old Andalusian, from old Spain, when the Spain was ruled by the Muslims, and it's fil haraka baraka. In mobility, there is blessing. I love this phrase, right? So think about just the benefits of getting to know and learn and expose yourself to more of the world right now. I want to put that fire under your feet, and I'm hoping that this class is able to do that for you. Now, look, we don't always, it's difficult to make plans, especially in an uncertain world. There's a Yiddish proverb, which is, Yiddish is a language of Ashkenazi Jews traditionally. A Mensch tracht und Gott lacht. Now, by the way, Yiddish is like basically old Rhine dialect, German mixed with Hebrew and other words. But it means a human plans or a man plans and God laughs. Or, sometimes things are out of our hands, okay? It took me a long time to be able to do the kind of exposure to the world that I've wanted to do as a person who focused on being a single father. And that was the right thing to do. And once my daughter was old enough to move out, then giving me the ability to travel more and to spend more time on self-reflection and world reflection. So in any case, this is all about growth, and we all have different levels and different needs and different ways in which that we can make that happen for ourselves. So, it might even be just talking to your neighbor more, or some of your friends and people who've traveled, and actually hearing their stories, listening to each other and getting an understanding of the kind of experience that we all bring into each other's lives when we actually communicate with each other, and dialogue. So, that is the message I want to leave with you all. I hope you have a great holiday season. Some of you may celebrate all of the holidays. Some of you might celebrate none of them. In any case, I hope you have a wonderful festive month, and all the success that you need moving on to your lives from this class. So hopefully we'll also be in touch if you ever need to say hello. Peace.